Hey, so this is going to be my third video, and I'm still approaching this from the perspective of, what is it like to first kind of make this transition from electric to upright. And there's a lot of, important things. My philosophy in starting was I want to make sure I can make a good sound, and I want to make sure that I'm in tune. And the thing is I think, coming from electric bass, you assume that, you can just sort of pick this thing up and just, most of the skills are transferable. And a lot of them are transferable, but my dog. There's some approaches that you're going to need to kind of adapt. And before you can be in tune and make a good sound, you're going to realize really quickly that this thing is a beast, and it really requires a lot of physical energy to get a good sound out of, and to play for minutes at a time. It's a tiring instrument. You're not used to it. So the electric bass is comparatively takes like zero effort. On a scale of 1 to 10, the electric bass compared to, let's say, the amount of effort required to play a guitar is, if a guitar is 1, an electric bass is 2 or 3. The upright bass is like an effort level of 10. So you're gonna realize pretty quick it's gonna put you to work. And so you're going to try to figure out ways to economize your energy and your effort. So what I wanted to talk about was, getting set up so that you have the stamina to play, play long passages. And how do you economize that energy? For electric bass, typically you're going to use just a lot of your finger muscles. There's enough strength in your fingers to push down on the frets. It takes pretty minimal effort. On the upright, you're dealing with a higher action. You don't have frets to help you apply the pressure. So there's more, just requires more force, really. So one of the things I discovered was kind of a big aha moment for me, was when I discovered that, and I noticed by watching other players, it appeared to me that when they were digging into a note, their fingers didn't seem to really move that much. It was more you could see them just moving their arm, and it looked like it sort of appeared like there was always like a downward force, not towards the fretboard, but more like just straight towards the ground, like they were pushing the bass and the pin into the ground to stop the notes. And what's interesting about that is they just kind of keep their hand arched, so that they're so that really all they have to do is kind of add a little bit of pressure, and then just let the weight of their sort of elbow just drop towards the ground, and that the weight of your arm ends up applying enough pressure to keep the note sustained without using all of the effort in your hands to grip. So really good analogy that I saw online. I can't remember where I saw it, but this idea that when you're playing, it's as if you're pushing this, the neck and the post into the ground. That's an exaggeration, of course, but that idea that you'll use more of a downward pressure toward, you know, use gravity to your advantage to complement the pressure that you're applying to the notes. And another thing you may want to think about, and I looked at my notes and I had a note that said hang your notes, and what that meant to me, it was a cue to myself to remember, you know, when you're, you know, putting, you know, laying a note down, I was in my mind thinking like, take that hand and hang it. Let the weight, let gravity do the work for you. Hang your notes. And really, I guess in my mind, what I found really helpful and actually economized a lot of energy was thinking about, you know, if you look from the side here, you know, if I was playing an F, instead of like imagining the pressure going this way, imagine the pressure going straight down. So you're like hanging your notes as you move. You're hanging the notes, like as if all the pressure is like going straight down. And that seemed to kind of like open up my eyes about how to maintain more stamina and you know, take the whiteness out of my knuckles. Anyways, I know that was a bit long-winded, but I hope that helps. It's one of the first things you're going to notice when you transition over is how, you know, what muscles am I going to use to do this. And I just want to close in saying, you know, you shouldn't feel a lot of gripping pressure between your thumb and your fingers. Your thumb should be able to kind of like loosely touch the back of the instrument, and if you're hanging the notes, you're just kind of using your thumb to guide your position on the instrument. And I'm going to leave it at that. As usual, criticisms, kick me's, whichever, you know, whatever you prefer, whatever your style is. And I'll see you in the next video.